Slabhead.
Tengo una jata e frio.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Blue Podcast. This is the Purple Show with me, Tom McManaman. To my right, we got Elk. In front of me, we got our resident Spanish speaker, Carlos Nasib. And we got Slabhead.
I don't know why I did that. Making myself look like it even more. Shit. Jesus.
Great start to the podcast. And to continue the great start to the podcast, obviously it's Carlos's punishment this week. So, instead of wearing a shirt, Carlos has very kindly learnt some TikTok dances for us. And so one of them will be done during the podcast. Obviously, you got to wait and see for that one. He'll be stood in the middle over there. And it's going to be fun.
So
He's already done one of them.
How long have you spent practicing?
Yeah, actually,
How long did you spend practicing
Practicing
the dance?
last night, maybe a bit. Just
Okay.
looking at it.
just like a few hours.
Just a natural.
All night on it, yeah.
You're just a
10
natural.
minutes. I had my pass on TikTok as well. Know my moves.
Well, you got that to look forward to. But today, obviously, we'll start off with our clubs. No more international break, although I kind of wish for us there was still an international break. But we'll start off with what the hell was that from Garnacho?
Oh, mate.
Oh,
I missed it as well. I was out in Newcastle with my mate for his birthday, and I missed it. And then I just saw my phone pop up as I'm having dinner with him, and it just read Garnacho, wow, full stop, and that was it. That's all I saw. I found it on Twitter a few hours later. That might be the greatest goal of all time, and it's genuinely
wait. Of all time is
genuinely
That's
it's worth consideration. It's certainly the best bicycle kick I've ever seen, for sure. I'd say it's better than Rooney. I'd say it's better than Ronaldo.
Better than Bales?
Better than Bales, in my opinion. It's further out.
No,
Better than
that's-
Mandzukic.
Who?
Mandzukic, Juventus.
Mandzukic is the worst person to ever live and play football, so no, we don't talk about that. I hate Mandzukic with passion. I hope he doesn't follow this podcast because he's going to hear us. But
But the thing,
no, we don't talk about Mandzukic.
in terms of technique, like when you see how the volleys coming and everything, because when you see normally a bicycle kick, like lots of people like there's a bounce, so
Yes.
maybe like the ball just comes from up here,
From
so
like
it's
a vertical
easier
drop.
to perform the
Yeah.
bicycle kick. But he actually, when the cross is coming, he needs to drag back,
Mhm.
and then he needs to do all the movement like to go down.
Yeah.
It's not like a
It's
like
not
an
like
easy ball
it's
to
not
hit.
like the vertical drop that you normally get if like the ball were to bounce.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's a full on like he's got to angle himself in a way that he can twist his body and get the right contact.
It's a lot like Rooney's, just from further out.
yeah.
yeah, agreed. Yeah.
So-
But I think it's
Rooney's
better.
was directly from the cross from
I
Danny.
think in terms of the bicycle kick,
Yeah.
is better than Rooney's, for example. But
Yeah.
the context where the bicycle kick Rooney was, like in the game and everything,
yeah.
makes it
It,
better.
That is-
the competition it was against, like, bear in mind, Ronaldo's and Bales were like Champions
League
goals.
ones.
Yeah.
Rooney's was
Like,
against Man City
yeah,
in
to
the
help.
derby.
I think
Yeah.
So
if-
moment-wise, it probably isn't. It's just a goal against
No,
Everton.
yeah,
but
but
if you
take
look at the
context out.
technique,
Yeah, take the context out and just
Yeah.
look at the actual
magical.
skills.
That's put a spark back in our season.
It's
It
going to
really
make
has.
the Puskas Awards this season pretty interesting.
No, it's gonna be him.
Right now,
It's
it's
gonna-
probably-
if it's not him,
I don't know who
there's
it would
him,
be.
there's the Harry Kane halfway shot.
I say this is better.
yeah.
no, this is
'Cause it's all
it
down to
was
the keeper.
ridiculous.
no, yeah, that's true. That's
It's not
true.
that great of a striker. He just hit it really hard, and the keeper wasn't in the net. It's the keeper.
Why
No, no, wait,
yeah,
wait,
that's-
wait.
that's- You hit it
Let's
really
see you
hard.
try it, Henry.
Yeah.
Bro, well, I'm football though, so you know.
Give a like if you
For
want to
me,
see Henry
Gon-
try it.
Yeah,
no,
please.
no, that would be embarrassing for me. I'd fall on my ass. No, but the Garnacho one was fucking. It's
What was
So
like
good.
swearing within like the first 10 minutes? Or?
sorry. it just makes you so passionate about United. You know, you shouldn't ask me in the first 10 minutes.
I thought just swearing makes you feel at home. Like
I know. I have a lot to swear about.
So are you happy with the result overall?
Oh, it was a great result. Another clean sheet for Onana. The fact that the thing is right, it was a great result. We got 3 goals, which is the first time we've had like a multi-goal win in a while. But we faced, I don't know if you don't care about XG or not, but we faced 2.5 goal XG.
You're speaking to 2 Chelsea fans about XG.
Yeah. But that means that Onana has prevented 2.5 goals, which is impressive. And I think he had another great week. And it's been, what is it now? 200 minutes since he last conceded a goal against City? It's been a while.
He's doing well, yeah.
He's
Doing
picked it up again.
He's improved definitely from like previous
100%.
performances.
I think I saw this morning he has the most saves in the Premier League this season as well.
Yeah, he has. Yeah,
Does it?
currently.
I mean, that does currently show how bad the United defence is.
Well, that's
But
not
how
a
good
problem.
he's
But
performing.
he's performing well, yeah.
Yeah.
And
He's
it shows
got-
like Onana's not all to blame, although he has made individual errors,
Mm.
albeit, but like
Mm.
he's not all to blame.
To be
for
fair,
it.
most of them were Champions League errors. Like,
they were.
he's not made
Mm.
that many Premier League errors.
But he's also made that key penalty save in the Champions League against Copenhagen. That's kind of when his
Yeah.
season kicked off for
Yeah.
me. That's when it was kind of big.
Didn't
but-
you still lose that game?
We don't talk about that. More depression. But I think the thing is about David De Gea last season, the thing that he did was he kept clean sheets. He kept so many. And Onana is currently joint top for clean sheets, top for saves, and his distribution has been incredible as well. So he's not only as good as De Gea last season, he's added to it with the distribution, which is why we did this deal to begin with. We didn't just keep De Gea. This was a deal worth doing, and I stick by him because this is the keeper that we need to play the football we want to play.
You're comparing him to the hair. You're not doing that.
I'm doing that. Well, not all time, but we're not going to go into all time again. That was I got screwed over a little bit there, but yeah, no, I
He's
really
doing
like-
it. He's doing
doing
it.
well. He's doing well.
Agreed.
What's your thoughts on Mainu?
I think everyone needs to calm down a little bit.
Have you seen the Southgate thing that he
Oh.
wants to talk with his parents?
Bro,
Nah, just
He's not going to Ghana. Let's be honest. He's a kid. He's not going to Ghana. That's
Why
not.
not?
Bro, it's
I
not
think
gonna-
maybe he
initially-
feels
I think
it.
initially-
Maybe he feels it.
it's not going.
Initially, he's gonna try go for England. If things don't work out, however, he's gonna
Yeah, you have the guy.
fall back onto Ghana. It's
But he
kind
doesn't
of
need to
like-
be kind of upset if he doesn't get the England
No,
squad in the next
exactly,
few
no.
years. Like he's still 18. Like he'll
Yeah.
come. It's been one game and he played amazingly in this game, but give it time. Give him time.
I
to
do agree
perform.
with you that people need to like chill out a bit. Like they're
Yeah,
too
just-
quick to like jump on. and,
Southgate needs to just be like, okay, you're going to play for England. I can't give you it right now because you're not good
Yeah,
enough. You've only one
literally.
game, but you will get games. I
Yeah.
promise you that. But just chill. You don't have to.
And
go
it's
to
not
Ghana.
even that he's not good enough. He's not good enough compared to who they currently have already.
Exactly,
That's
yeah.
the thing.
But will he ever be good enough then?
I think so.
Than the players we currently have, who are all pretty much all very young.
Everything I've seen has indicated this guy's going to be one of the best midfielders in the Premier League, but not
You
yet.
saw one
You
game.
saw
What do
one
you
Yeah,
game,
you-
man.
But of the
You're
youth-
also,
no,
like-
but I see the youth games as well, and everything I've seen from his training, like in pre-season as well. He was one of our best players in pre-season. Like I know it is only pre-season, but from everything I've seen, I've not seen anything to indicate that he's not going to be great.
Well,
So
it's
I
hard
think
to
he
tell
will
from
be,
youth games as
but
well.
it's just a matter of when rather than
And probably
Yeah.
injuries will be a big implication.
Yes.
Yeah.
if he does get his ACL cut or something,
yeah.
Yeah.
he's screwed. But
Yeah.
It's not ideal.
we can't predict that.
And
Yeah.
on predicting things, Timo Werner to United. Do you think it will actually happen, Carlos?
Don't see it happening.
No?
that. You see it happening.
I do because
So
I think
who are they
Leipzig
bringing
don't
him
play
in
him.
for? Who's he coming in for? Like,
so. They have at the moment. They have Openda, Sesko, and then one other. I can't remember his name. There's one more good one. It's like 3 good young players that have come in already at striker, and Timo Werner's just not playing.
But
yeah.
I don't see him like because the issue with United, you need a player that guarantees goals.
Which he did in the Bundesliga.
Yeah, in the
no,
Bundes-
but when was that?
And I'm also
Before
asking-
signing Chelsea.
yeah,
He was Chelsea's top goal scorer in his final season.
but,
that's
that's saying
not-
that as well.
Yeah.
Like top goal scorer scoring like what 10 goals.
Yeah.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
No, he's
but
not-
Yeah. Now I was saying, who's he replacing at United if he comes, or is he like just a backup, like a utility player? Like
He would kind of replace Martial, which I think we need. We need a Martial replacement, someone who can play and
You
can
need
score
to
goals.
you need to take
Someone
that man
quick.
out of the squad.
Martial
didn't play
is
well.
He just gained massive money for doing nothing. 1 or 2 good games this season. It's
Martial-
ridiculous. No, I hate him so
Yeah,
much.
he's-
Swear down.
Martial is our. I've said this to many people. He's like our 5th best striker and our 3rd best midfielder because that's where he. If you see him play in game, like he just plays centre mid. He just fades into the midfield and then just does nothing.
yeah.
So we
But-
get rid of him, bring Werner in. I think he's more than good enough to be our backup striker for Højlund and to give Højlund rest. Someone a bit of more experience.
Oh,
as well.
Werner, is it?
Werner,
Yeah.
yes. And then that way we don't have to rely on Martial, who scores only against Everton.
But also, like, bear in mind, all of these talks have been from a United end rather than actually from Werner. So he might not want to go anyway.
Who knows? I think
yeah.
he is upset because he doesn't want to go somewhere because
I think he does want to like have regular
He's not
game
playing.
time.
yeah, exactly. But the other links were, I believe it was Fulham, Crystal Palace, and somebody else, but I can't remember who the last team was. So United is a big step up from those teams. So I think
Yeah.
if we do go in
Yeah.
for him, we'll get him for sure.
I mean, linking that to Chelsea, obviously not the nicest weekend for us.
No, like
International breaks probably come at the wrong time. We were cooking a little bit against Spurs, Man City, and then Reece James got a red card. I'd say he deserved a red card, but they weren't necessarily 2 yellow card offences, if that makes sense.
What do you mean, the first one or the second one?
This first one probably wasn't a yellow card.
Yeah, the first one.
But at the same time, I would say at the same time, he probably deserved a red card. Like, he left a few... Overall, probably.
Overall, yeah.
But, yeah, if you're taking it out of he deserved a red card, the 2 yellow cards in themselves were a bit soft. First one more than the second one.
Okay.
But at the same time, there's no excuse. Thiago Silva was missing.
Thiago Silva, he looks like a shell of himself.
He just seemed, completely different. And I mean, Sterling's free kick was phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean that's the only spark of the match, really. Like
Sterling's still doing well.
Yeah, he's always been consistent. To be fair to Sterling, I've
not
slammed him for not being
before.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's
this season. This season he's been better.
He's stepping up.
Yeah, he's stepping.
Which
he's
is good.
like stepping up for Chelsea when they, even though they still lose, it's still like he's put in.
Yeah, he's scoring a free kick. He looked dynamic. Like it's. I feel like actually for once it wasn't necessarily the attacker's fault in that game. It was more we just were so shambolic defensively that the attackers couldn't really do much.
Yeah.
It was more of that.
But I think also like the thing with Chelsea a lot of times when we lose on these big games is we tend to it's always coming up from individual errors.
Yeah.
Like I love Thiago Silva, do not get me wrong. He's probably one of the best Chelsea defenders like ever. I'd put him in there in terms of like what he's done. Like maybe not what he's done at the club, but over his career.
Yeah, agreed.
But like that's just an individual mistake. I don't think that's anything to do with his age, nothing like that. It's just one of those moments, just...
He's the oldest ever player to play for Chelsea now,
he is
isn't
now,
he?
39 years old and something days.
He's getting close to... What's the mark? Is it the oldest Premier League player in history, isn't it? Isn't it Sheringham, I think? Like,
How old is that?
Know.
42. It's not. If he stays at Chelsea for a few more years, he's going to hit that.
How old was Van der Sar when he left?
He was old, but I think he was like late 30s, I think.
Was it?
I might be wrong about that, but I think he's late 30s. It's
40.
definitely Sheringham who's the oldest of all time currently.
Yeah.
I see Silva hitting that because other than this one game, he's been great.
No, that's what I mean. Like you can't blame his age for the mistake. It was just purely one of those like incidences.
No, it's not the age.
He's had a poor game.
And to be fair, comparing that small mistake to the performance that he's gave for Chelsea, it's not.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Not fair.
Yeah, agreed.
Exactly.
I think
He made the same mistake against West Brom.
He might be the oldest used player ever. Yeah, in the Premier League.
Well, he used starting game.
Yeah.
I thought that was
Because Ashley Young's 38 was second. Apparently, according to Transfer Market.
Might be wrong then. I don't know. I swear Sheringham's name was on there. Maybe he was unused. Maybe he just was a sub for a bit.
It could be it. I think it's
John Burridge, 43 years old, 5 months and 11 days.
That's old. 43.
Yeah, John Burridge, goalkeeper, 43.
And was he unused though?
That's the thing. They might have been unused.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can have a look into that.
Yeah, we'll look into that for next time.
Yeah.
But
no, I still for me it's Chelsea's always it seems to be individual errors that cost us a lot of games in this last year or so period, and it's difficult to sometimes it's hard to take because your team plays so well and then there's this one mistake it's just all gone to shit from that. Partly also because our attackers don't finish. Yeah. So hopefully Nkunku's coming back. So
yeah, Nkunku
we're
should
hoping
be back.
The long-awaited return.
Nkunku will change everything
next month.
The one thing I have with that is that Nkunku's been... I know he's a great player, but he's been hyped. If he doesn't perform, the fans are going to get on his back.
I mean, I don't think he's being hyped. His last season was amazing.
Yeah. No. It's deserved hype, but it's still hype.
Yeah, it is.
When you're hyped
up
that much, you've never played before.
No, I get what you mean, though.
Because
especially coming from Chelsea fans, bro, we'll be on his ass quick.
But also,
the moment he's fucking up chances, like Jackson does, on his ass. It's a Chelsea thing. And it's not the greatest thing, but it is a Chelsea thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's good and bad for the players.
And also, there's a reason why when he got injured for the World Cup, France were fuming.
Oh yeah, no, he's a great player.
He would have been phenomenal.
But we don't know. He's never played in the Premier League before. We don't know how he'll adapt.
We'll see.
So we'll see what happens. I'd take everything with a pinch of salt until you see him play.
Yeah, you just gotta fuck around and find out.
Yeah. And from one red card to another, Carlos.
Or maybe
two
red cards. Horrible performance, guys. Oh my god.
I
don't.
What did you think about Ramos's red card?
You know the thing. You saw the clip of what happened.
Yeah.
So imagine he got the red card. He properly slid the man, and then he went onto the ref and said,
"So it was a second yellow, wasn't it?"
Yeah, it was second yellow. So he went onto the ref and said, "Have a look at it. Have a look at it." And you see the replay, and you see that it's a straight red. So the ref just saw the replay and say, "Oh, it's not a second yellow. It's a straight red." Straight red for the man. And he was like, "No, how?" And then
backfired
Jesus
on himself.
Navas, because he started chatting things to
Arguing
the
with
ref,
the ref.
he got another red. But that's debatable because you see Vinicius doing that every game. You see Rodrigo doing that every game. You see Gavi doing that every game. You see Lewandowski doing that every game. Jesus Navas does it one time and it's a red card. It's
It's a
Would
bit.
you say
same shit.
that the game was already lost before that, or do you think
all the
yeah.
way. No, Sevilla's playing really bad.
Yeah.
Nothing we can do. And Real Sociedad is playing really good. Like
Yeah.
they're already out of the Champions League group stage. Like they're already like in the
Europa League?
no Europa League, no, in the
knockout.
knockout stages.
Yeah.
They're
They're
fourth
through.
in
They've
no,
followed-
they're not
they've gone
fourth in the
through.
league. They're 6th or 7th in the league. They're playing really good. Kubo is playing really good.
Yeah,
One
he
of
was
us
playing
playing
really
Real
well.
Madrid.
Yeah, agreed.
So
Did he
they are.
I think on EAFC got player of the month.
He did get a
Yeah,
player.
he
of the
got
month.
He got
yeah,
player
he
of the
did.
month. Yeah.
He's doing well.
Yeah, though I almost got in one of my player picks, but I didn't end up taking him.
Did
Yeah,
you pick
I
instead?
expected like.
Flashback Aspas, which is they're both like good SBCs. But let's move on from FIFA before.
Yeah.
That's a rabbit hole we do not want to go down.
No.
I mean, it's not a bad result. Or I expected like 4-0, maybe something like that.
You'll take
Take a
it
3-0.
2. Was it 2-1 or
2-1.
Yeah, 2-1.
2-1? Yeah,
Oh, was
take
it
it
2-1?
2-1.
And then oh my god, and then the City, I don't want to even talk about it. Oh my god, he scored the goal, but it's what I told you the other night. He's a
yeah.
player that he finished better with his head than with his feet. Like he's not, bro. You play football with your feet. Like he's not, bro. He missed a chance, like a proper chance in front of the goalkeeper, and to try and finish it in the top corner, he just smashed the how do you say?
Stanchion.
Yeah, the crossbar.
Yeah.
He just smashed it. I'm like, what? Finish.
Bro.
Yeah, I have a
Bro,
question
like-
for you then. So you don't like Martial. If you were in charge of the Sevilla team, would you rather have Enesri up top or Martial between the two?
Oh my god,
'Cause you
they're
got
both
no
going
loaded,
out. Bro, Martial arrived, started playing good. He was. You know how much was that loan? He was like 6 million euros for 4 months, something like that. He arrived, started playing good, scored 1 goal in Europa League, played half a good match for Real Madrid, and then he got injured.
Completely forgot
He got-
Sevilla
Bro,
already had Martial for a bit.
Bro, he got injured. He came for 6 months. He got injured 4 months.
Bro.
It was horrible. It was.
Bro, we'll pay you to take him back. We'll pay you to take
No,
him.
I don't want him, mate. I don't
Bro,
want him.
we'll give you
I
like
don't
10
want
mil.
No,
Just
thank
take
you.
him.
Thank you
bro.
very much. I don't want him, mate. I don't want him.
Bro, that Ballon d'Or clause is looking mad now. But,
Yeah.
God, Jesus Christ.
That was an outrageous.
One of the worst, like money operation. No, it was just
Mad.
too bad.
Yeah, mad.
Worst loans ever, bro.
We'll stick to the La Liga. Bellingham scoring back again. Belly go.
But he goes.
Another belly goal.
It's expected now. The way the tactic works, he's playing kind of as a striker. He's going to get loads of goals. It's going to happen. Oh, I read a crazy stat. I can't think off the top of my head what it was. It was something to
No,
do
I
with...
have it.
You
It's
got it.
in his first 15 games. Is the player that has scored the most goals.
Oh,
So, like,
yes.
to put in context.
An Englishman, or is it in total?
Sorry.
Is
No,
it
no, no.
for everyone?
No, for Real Madrid.
He's
Oh, for Real
beaten
Madrid.
Real
So
Ronaldo.
for example, in their first 15 games, Cristiano Ronaldo and Alfredo Di Stefano they scored 14 goals, and Bellingham has 15.
It's mad.
15 games, 15 goals. For a player that is not a striker, let's say.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's you can see the kind of all hallmarks of Zidane on that tactic and on that team and how Bellingham's playing. Like
yeah.
with the number 5 shirt, it's kind of iconic. It's great to see an Englishman kind of doing that
Yeah.
because now we get to see him do it for England as well. And it's like he's not going to do the same way because we're not going to play that tactic. But
We'll see if he does it for England. I hope he does.
I hope he does. But
Everyone hopes he does.
Yeah,
Like,
but
we've got that
wait,
player playing
does,
for England.
does Southgate have the tactical
Minerals.
nuance to utilize Bellingham, Kane, Saka, Foden, or Grealish?
bro,
like,
personally
probably
for me,
not,
man,
but-
until Southgate
Henderson
goes,
behind
I don't see England winning anything until
Me
Southgate
neither.
goes.
Me neither.
Like he's done brilliant, bringing the team up to where it's like, it's
Mm.
just not right. It's like Lampard bringing Chelsea up to that limit, and then Tuchel comes and win the Champions League.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
agree,
Like he's
yeah,
done
yeah.
great up to the point.
I
but
mean, I mean, all right, I go to the gym kind of where I'm from.
Ooh, Jim.
oh,
Ooh,
Jim
go
lad.
Jim.
Yeah, man.
I talk to my trainer about football every week, and he's telling me about the England under-21s, which he watches because there's a few Liverpool players in there, and he's a Liverpool fan watching it. Apparently, they play some of the most free-flowing, attacking football he's ever seen from an England team. And the manager's name, I think his name's Lee Carsley. Like
Okay.
he came through Man City, he was at Brentford for a bit, so he's worked under Pep and Thomas Frank, and his tactics are like quick, free-flowing football. All the players like are on the same level, like it's all like prime Barca stuff.
Oh,
We
you
watched the
game.
game.
Watch the
Yeah,
game,
we watched
yeah,
the game
yeah,
the other
yeah.
day,
Oh,
yeah.
Madueke.
Oh,
Madueke was insane in that game.
Yeah, that's the game I think I'm
Yeah.
talking about as well.
I
Like,
guess
And is that the
his tactics look great, and he's
Yeah.
England under 21's boss. I really think if Southgate goes, he's a prime
There's
candidate.
that
to have
Liverpool
that shot.
centre back who's quite highly rated. Kwanzaa.
Oh, Kwanzaa,
Kwanzaa,
yeah.
yeah.
He's come out of nowhere.
He has,
Yeah.
He's doing
No.
really well. Who else was... normally Gibbs White's normally in there as well. He's a
Gibbs
really
White's
good
in
player.
there.
Harvey Elliott.
Trafford's
Harvey
a
Elliott was
goalkeeper.
brilliant. as
Harvey
well.
Elliott was a
Harvey
player
Elliott. centre
so
mid.
No,
Yeah.
but Harvey Elliott is a player that you see, and you see how is he in the under-21s. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
He's
Like,
so
he's-
good.
he's been around so much time. Like,
Yeah.
it's-
He's playing really good football.
Agreed.
But like back to the Liga, Girona no longer top.
Belligol is
If I hear Bellingham's
Well,
come back.
did
and
you
not
think it was gonna last to like the end of the season?
No, I mean,
no.
I think they're still in a fight.
To be
They
fair,
can still fight for
they
it.
have the same amount of points. It's just
Yeah.
Real Madrid scored more
Yeah.
goals.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they're
So
still
there's
in a
like-
fight.
it's the
you know?
Bellingham difference. It's the 15 goals Bellingham scored has put them top.
Yeah.
basically.
Literally.
Yeah,
And-
I mean, you could say things. You could say that about any club. You could say that any team on the same thing. If certain player has scored, let's say 10 goals, it's him with the 10 goals that's done it. It wouldn't necessarily say it's Bellingham.
But he also wins games as well.
No,
Goals
yeah,
but
games.
that's-
he the difference is he wins games.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's
Without
the thing.
Bellingham's goals, maybe Real Madrid wouldn't
Wouldn't
have
be as
won
well.
like
Yes,
6-7
especially
games
in La
last
Liga,
season.
like itself.
Was it the Clasico that he scored the winner for?
He
Yes.
scored a
He
brace.
scored two.
He's
The
got a brace.
and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was
Without
one
that
from outside
brace-
the box.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He literally won a game.
Yeah,
Won
he
won
won
an
a
El
game.
Clasico
Yeah.
for Madrid. Like,
yeah.
he's so good.
Such
He's
good.
so good. Prem again. We were watching on the way
Prem
here.
again.
Wolves, the Wolves Fulham game.
It's an interesting one.
I'm gonna say it. Refereeing in England's just gone so
No,
so
refereeing in England
downhill.
has been
It's atrocious. It really is.
horrible for a long time
And
now.
even
I
the
think.
fact that the Wolves manager comes out in a press conference afterwards saying the ref has come up to me after the game and gone, made a bit of a mistake there, should have gone to the screen. If I'd gone to the screen, it would have been...
That's
basically,
just-
to be
yeah.
fair, the ref kind of took it out of his hands. He said, VAR should have told me to go see the screen. If I'd seen the screen, I would have overturned it. But
you
VAR
can't even do that in it.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
You should be able to. It's. I mean, all I'm going to say on the kind of VAR thing is that you just need to go. If you haven't already, you don't watch it regularly. Go and watch either the Rugby World Cup
Oh,
or
rugby,
the Premiership.
oh,
The
oh my
rugby
God.
kind of refereeing system,
so
their video
good.
assistant referee and all that stuff is run perfectly. If football did pretty much the same thing, we wouldn't have a problem.
The difference is though with rugby, and it's something I've had a debate with me and my dad had spoken about a lot, is with rugby rules they're so black and white, like
Yeah.
relatively.
Mm.
There's a lot less grey area,
Yeah.
which to an extent football should be similar to that, because there is a bit of grey area with the head and heads, and the height of the tackle. Like generally, it's up to the referee in rugby. So with football, it should be up to the referee. And the thing is, you can hear the referees, you can hear the VAR in the stadium, and when you're watching it, it makes a massive difference. You're now not
Yeah.
confused as to what happens, and they tend to get the decisions right. Whereas in football, they don't. And then also, this is not to do with VAR, but they stop the clock.
Agreed.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
the ball goes out, they stop the clock. And you aren't sat there with a World Cup where there's like 50 minutes at a time, and then the start of the Premier League where there's 5 minutes at most.
Yeah.
You don't have that stark contrast where they go, oh, maybe we'll add a bit of time on for that. Oh, maybe actually we won't add a bit of time on for that. The whole way that rugby works is, this is how it is. This is how it should be.
Mm.
If you do something illegal, you'll get punished for it. And also, they have yellow cards where you go off for 10 minutes, come back on. Which, like,
sin bins.
sin bins, which I don't think football will ever introduce.
No.
And I understand why. But, like, there just seems to be so many more correct things done in rugby, which could be utilised in the Premier League
Agreed.
with the VAR compared to TMO. But it's just not.
Yeah.
And it's done in the same country,
Mm.
Mhm.
shown by the same TV channels.
Exactly.
Like, it shouldn't be that difficult
Yeah.
to get that gap, which is big, a lot closer.
I agree.
I think it's different sports in it.
It's a
That's
different
what I think.
sport, but
It can be applied.
the,
Yeah,
the
because-
application could be much
Because
better.
for example, when the ball goes out, stopping the time. That I think that's
No, but you can still apply it in football.
You 100% can. Look,
You don't have to stop
Yeah,
it.
That, that would just destroy the nature of football itself. I think.
I
We
think
don't have
it's
to change the
similar
rules
to
like
like.
that, though, but
I
there
think-
are other things we can do, like
That's just an
adjusting the
example.
rules to match the VAR as
Yeah.
well. That's
No, but
one thing
give me
you
a
can
real example. Like, for example,
Well, it's with the offsides should be
Off-
chalk and cheese.
do. Yes, agreed.
Handballs should be chalk and cheese. Like, it should be
Inter-
pretty
pretty
clear.
yeah.
It should be, if they are within 30 centimetres of the ball when it's hit and it hits the hand, fine, that's ball to hand. If
I
they're
was about to say,
further,
yeah.
like, make it really clear.
Really.
Although although when I had the interview with Gary Taphouse, which should be out tomorrow when we're recording this, but Wednesday. Yeah, check it out. Check out the Gary Taphouse podcast. Sky Sports commentator. He says that actually the public don't know the level of the rules that are in football, like the amount that the refs have to know. Let us know then. In rugby, you pretty much know every single part of the rule book. And it's pretty simple.
But I think if you have stuff like, for example, like, you know, distances between like the player and handballs, like the amount of time it adds to like decisions made by the referee, I think that's the other thing. Because there's a lot of things about how they wanted to shorten 90-minute games just because like the extension span of like younger people are not as long. No, something like this. And I think is. I disagree with that.
I disagree with that.
Yeah, I think
you can't change the fundamentals, but you can adjust them to be easier and clearer for the assistant referee.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm saying if you add these like specific finite details, it lengthens the amount of like time it takes for a referee to make a decision because you got to go through each protocol. Like, is it 13 centimeters away?
But it doesn't take that long though. It doesn't take that long in rugby.
In rugby, you can call it back. So the VAR will be working on it, and he'll speak to the referee and he'll go, "Hi mate, I want you to see this." And he'll show him on the big screen. And he can take it back depending on how he feels or continue the game. Or he'll wait for the next time it's out of play and then go and then speak to him.
Yeah.
And also it feels like in football, VAR is like God, and every time it intervenes, it makes a decision. In rugby, the VAR, the TMO is an assistant. And he says to the thing, "I want to show you this," and then the referee on the field is in charge, and he makes the call, and he feels like he's actually controlling the game.
There's also no waiting in rugby. There's no waiting with the finger on the ear. In rugby, it's the referee instantly sees it on the screen.
Yeah,
everyone can see it in the stadium. Everyone can hear it, and generally people agree with the decision.
Well, that side of it, I think that should be the way.
There are a few
terms, like the transparency between the fans and the official making a decision. Like, you don't want confusion. Like, you just want it to be like clear. So okay, I understand why. Yeah. You know,
I would point out there are a few shaky calls. The biggest one coming to mind is Freddie Stewart's red card last year, which is a bit shaky. The referees in rugby aren't that great. I've had some people I know don't like the referees themselves that much, but the system's so good that no one really has a problem with it. Because the referees are still going to be poor. Let's be honest, they're all a bit rubbish.
They also have a lot more respect in rugby.
Agreed.
That's the thing. But I've heard about that as well.
But if your system's good,
the respect for referees in rugby is a lot higher than.
More people want to be a rugby ref from rugby than
like they rarely ever counter. Try to have an interaction with the referee.
They call them sir.
Yeah,
they call them sir. They actually respect. They actually have a respect for them. All the players.
This, I think, is very different. I don't know, like. Because I don't think a rugby referee deals with even half of the pressure a football referee deals with.
Because the players are allowed to be abusive.
I don't think about it.
It comes from the players all crowding round and
I don't know, bro. But if you go like even out of the game, you see like if you do a bad decision, being a football referee, you have millions and millions.
That's also because there's less bad decisions in rugby.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think the bad decisions are because there's bad refs. I think the bad decisions are a lot because of the pressure. The pressure you have, because of the situations. Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't, but it is.
I don't know, but when I watch like the World Cup, the Euros, when there's not an English ref, I tend to find them a lot better refereeing. Yeah. Like they're to the point. They know what they want. They don't fuck about. Like, you know what I mean? Straight to the point, and that's it.
The quality of refs in this country is atrocious.
What's the last quality ref in England?
It's a big...
the only quality ref I can think of is that Italian bloke with the big bald head. I can't think of his name.
What about the ex-policeman? The bald English guy who runs like the behind-the-scenes stuff now.
The Spanish guy is pretty good as well.
Oh, you mean...
was it Chelsea Man City
ex-policeman, what's his name?
Mateu Laoz?
No. Oh, I know his name.
Anyway.
Brent Bizarre.
No, he's English.
Hey. That he is English.
Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Is English.
Oh, Goldbridge. His name's Goldbridge.
No, not Goldbridge. He's not bald.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, we'll go to the Serie A. There's not been a lot happening in the Serie A.
No, it's all kind of business as usual.
Yeah, although Inter and Juve drew, and obviously whoever won probably would have gone top.
Yeah. I mean, the big thing that I wanted to bring up for this particular league is Napoli.
Crazy.
Napoli?
Bro,
we're talking about AC Milan. The 15-year-old player.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
That's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about Napoli.
Carlos, was that what you wanted to talk about?
Were you going to talk about Napoli and the new manager?
Napoli's new manager. So Napoli had Rudy Garcia. There's Spalletti left for the Italy national job, and Rudy Garcia is a good coach, but he just lost it, and they fired him. And everybody was linking Conte with that job, and he's the biggest Italian manager on the market. Napoli is the team that's just won the Scudetto. everyone's like, oh, high quality manager, Conte's got to be the one. Instead, they put Materazzi, the ex-Watford coach, because he hasn't managed Napoli before, but that was a long time ago. His reputation's fallen. I just want to get your guys' opinions on it, because I just think they could have done a hell of a lot better.
I think in terms of Conte, I think it's not always that simple with Conte. I think he's a very stubborn man.
He's gone to uni now.
Has that official yet?
It's
official.
in the news anyway.
Well, yeah,
No, but Conte is a man that he wants his things like
Yeah,
this, and
exactly.
he wants his system like this, and he wants
Exactly.
this kind of player. If he doesn't have it everything like
Yeah,
he wants,
then he's
not going there.
Yeah.
Yep. He wants it the way he wants it, and that's end of story. Like,
Yeah.
There's no beating around the bush there.
But he performs. So
But
to be fair, it's like
yes, that's
but you
true.
need to change your whole culture. You know,
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
that you're doing, you need to change it just for the man. So it's difficult. in that
He
situation.
might not be the best fit. I just think,
Yeah.
even if it's not Conte, I still think you can get a better manager on the market right now than Materazzi. I just think it's such a poor, shoddy appointment. I just think it's
Yeah, but they won though.
They did win their first game against Atalanta 2-1,
Yeah.
which is a good result.
Fair
Big
rival
team,
too. Mhm.
they're a
Yeah.
big rival. It's one game, and I still think the quality of that manager is just
Well,
poor.
I still think it's too soon to say.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah,
There's still like
it's-
loads of time.
Just
to
look
the
at
end
his
of the season.
previous appointments, kind
Yeah,
of
but
in the
it's
last
the-
few years.
The thing is, though, as a manager, sometimes it just clicks. Like Ranieri at Leicester, like it
True.
just sometimes
Yeah,
just clicks.
literally.
And if he could be that manager. He's got the quality in the team. Like the team, has got slightly worse since winning the Scudetto. Obviously, lost their centre back to Bayern Munich. I think that was the main one. Really,
That was the
they
only real
lost.
big one. Yeah.
Which obviously makes a big difference because obviously they lost Koulibaly the season before. Now they've lost.
Well,
him
and
again.
they have all this thing happening with Hoshimena.
Yeah, who might come to
Osimhen
Chelsea in
and
January.
Kvaratskhelia as well, supposedly leaving.
Which
so.
would be Nkunku and Osimhen up top.
Imagine.
Anyway,
Nkunku,
Um,
Osimhen, Kvaratskhelia, bro. That's how us Chelsea fans get
Oh,
like
yeah,
happy again. We just put
Kvaratskhelia.
more money there, and we're like happy
He's,
again.
he's also linked to Chelsea.
Yeah,
innit?
he's also linked to
Kvaratskhelia.
Chelsea,
Yeah,
yeah,
that would be a
yeah.
big
God,
move.
if
I was saying,
That's
just put a lot.
really
Of,
smart.
Todd Bowley puts money in. We
I
just
just
smile.
don't
That's
want
how he
more
gets us
players.
through it all.
I wish I could do that.
I just don't want more players. I don't want
Glazers
more
just
players.
take money from you instead.
Exactly.
What do you mean you don't want more?
I just
players?
want Osimhen. I don't want more wingers. We got so many wingers.
You
Yeah.
want, bro. You want Kvaratskhelia,
yes,
bro. You
I
want
know,
him.
I
Would
know,
you-
but
would
like,
you
well,
lose-
then what do we do with like Mudryk?
Would you lose?
Sell him.
Would you lose Raheem over for?
You get him loan to
Kvaratskhelia?
Watford or something like that, bro.
I don't know.
You would.
I-
would.
I would actually.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I would lose Sterling for Kvaratskhelia.
Yeah.
100%.
Bro, this guy like moves like insane, bro. I watch like
But
his
for
highlights
once,
from
Sterling
Napoli.
is playing
Napoli
good.
were
Yes,
Like he is
hold
one
it.
of those players again. Like you see the things he does with the ball, and you're sometimes like, how?
Yeah.
It's just like how you can't describe this guy's
Yeah.
insane sometimes.
Yeah.
No.
Kvaradona for a reason, innit?
Yeah.
Fair.
So
Fair. All right. Well, we'll move on to our Premier League team of the weeks. But before we do that, how are the stashes looking, boys?
Yes.
Good. Mine is got a little patch here.
Let's see if I can look into the camera so I can show you guys.
all good.
Here we
Ooh,
So, nice girth on there.
So yeah, I
Not
trimmed
a
it.
touch.
Trimmed it yesterday. Got a nice
People don't
haircut.
know my backstory though. People don't know I struggled to grow facial hair. So this for me is
Backstory.
this is like my Van Gogh. This is like my piece of art.
This is like the piece de résistance.
piece of
Resistance. Yeah. I'm not.
Yeah. Just to kind of clarify, we are doing this kind of for Movember. So if you want to support us with that, go over to Movember. You can find the page on Google and give them a donation. It's a good
Yeah.
cause.
Yeah,
It's
get
not-
on the link. Donate if you want.
Donate.
100%.
It's not for us. It's for them. So.
It's for them exactly.
But yeah.
Team of the week,
week.
boys.
Team of the week. This always gets interesting every week.
Indeed.
It was an interesting one last week. Obviously, we did our all-time Premier League, so do check that out if you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
It got a bit spicy between the two people in front of me.
Quite spicy. Not gonna lie. Very difficult to make a team, but this week we have a one that we agreed a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've
So-
Mainly.
We've spoken on the same page. We're a
For
combined
once, yes.
front. We're a combined
Uh,
front, and we've got lots of interesting stats to give you on this
Oh,
week. I've done my
Oh,
research.
Slabhead
stats.
stats.
Da-da-da-da.
Slabhead stats.
We should make
We should make a
section.
jingle.
Yeah.
We should make a jingle.
We should make a
Alright,
jingle.
we'll get my sister on that. We'll make a jingle for Slabhead stats. But obviously, if you don't know how it works,
Get my sister
the
on
two
that.
blues. It's the two blues versus the two reds in a team of the week every week. And we make a team. They make a team.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm going to kick off this week.
Obviously, wait. Just before formation,
Oh,
4-3-3.
yes. Oh yeah, we want to clarify. Yeah, it's a
4-3-3,
4-3-3 this week. We've spoken because last week we kind of had a 4-4-2, 4-3-3. Could do both.
Like a hybrid kind of thing, but
We agreed 4-3-3, and I've stuck to it this week. But we've gone with 4-3-3, and we'll start off with the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
We had what I did is right. Me and Carlos talked, and we came up with a short list for each position of about 3 players around. But centre backs and centre mids are a bit different, but So we kind of had 3 goalkeepers. I won't tell you all of them. I'll tell you the one we picked. And that is...
They was kind of debatable, the goalkeeper.
We did...
Or like,
this
we
is the
agree.
one position we did kind of debate. We did have a difference of opinion. The guy that you wanted wasn't even on my shortlist, and it's my mistake. He should have been. He
played really good.
He played really well. But we've gone for Andre Onana.
Who was the player that was on your shortlist?
Well, you do yours first.
No,
and then
I'm
we'll-
curious.
Yeah,
Curious first.
curious.
Oh, okay. The guy that we kind of that Carlos wanted was Emi Martinez at Villa.
Ah, so
Who would
neither of those were ours.
Yeah.
Really?
I've got a few on my shortlist here that he could have been. I mean, Emi Martinez had a similar save rate, and of course it was against Tottenham, which is a bigger team.
Yeah.
We went with Onana because of the 2.5 goal difference and his clean sheet, and also the distribution. His passing was a lot better.
We went with
for. You want to say it?
yeah, Kaminsky from Luton Town, the goalkeeper for Luton.
Fair enough. He had a
He made
really
some
good game.
really
Very
good
good
saves.
game.
I'm not gonna lie, he wasn't on my shortlist. I didn't
Really?
even consider him.
Was that because you just went purely on
Yeah.
stats?
I did go purely off
Yeah.
stats. apart from one position, which you'll see later. Yeah, I mean, my shortlist was. I'll just give you it now. I think Ramsdale had a great game for Arsenal, another clean sheet keeper as well.
He was still
Mhm.
dodgy.
Yeah.
He was still dodgy.
And Areola made a kind of a fair number of saves
Yeah.
as well for West
Yeah.
Ham, and I considered him
He
as
got,
well.
he got
but
3 points, I think.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think Onana's
Kaminsky
just-
also he kept Luton in the game, got them the first Premier League home win of the season as well.
He had a phenomenal performance.
He made a
It was
great
great.
double save.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's
If you're going purely on eye candy, he was him.
yeah.
Now, to be fair, the goal that Crystal Palace scored, he can't.
Yeah,
can't do
not
anything
nothing
apart
he can
from
do
that.
about it. Like
Yeah.
at least like fucking.
At least he had a
Come
great week
on,
as well.
like,
Yeah, 100%.
wow.
What a goal! No, come on.
I mean, Onana was 6
Only Chelsea
saves.
got him.
It says 1.7 down here, but I've been told it's 2.5 xG that he's saved. That's
I thought that was total.
in the game that
Was
he
in the
saved.
game?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He had 8 accurate long balls, and 10 recoveries, and of course he kept his clean sheet as well. I think Onana
clean
had
sheet
everything, and
does
everyone else had
play a
lost
part,
something.
Like I'm happy to concede to Onana.
I mean, to be fair,
Because-
we started our goalkeeper conversation in. We can't put Onana in again.
Yeah, that's
Well,
literally how he
It's-
started.
he can't be biased just because he's put it in 2 weeks in a
But
row. The
it-
best goalkeeper has to go in. I
It's
think
also
that's
because the
Onana.
only other clean sheet was Arsenal against Brentford.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
And
Ramsdale
Ramsdale was
wasn't
not
good.
like.
Yeah, I considered him because of the clean sheet, but again, his saves
Like,
didn't do
I'm
that.
Adams-
Declan Rice saved him from letting in a howler.
Yeah,
Really?
fair
Oh.
enough.
Like
Yeah.
Declan Rice, I'll probably talk about him later, but he
Yeah.
cleared the ball off the line. Like
Mhm.
he had a massive performance for Arsenal that game.
Cool. So you happy to concede to Onana?
As much as I want, okay, I'll concede if there's a certain Luton player that gets in the next bracket of people.
Yeah,
Have I considered?
I think
another
he has
Luton
to
player?
be. Like,
Yeah.
like that one has to be there.
I think I know who you're talking about, and I didn't. We haven't got him in, but I have put him on my shortlist, so we can talk about that later. But
Alright.
let's put Onana in for now as a goalkeeper.
Yep.
Do you want to kick us off with your right backs?
Right back, we went with Trent.
Yeah,
We went with
I
Trent.
think he had
Sure.
a solid
Because
performance.
like, if we're putting Reece James in for the performance he did against Man City,
Yeah,
it's a similar
same.
thing. And then he also got a goal.
And he got a goal.
Agreed. Yep. I've got here. He got a goal, 2 accurate dribbles, 8 accurate passes into the final third, 4 accurate long balls, 10 recoveries, and 5 ground duels. Just going through my shortlist here of other potential options. Trippier had a great game against you guys.
He did.
No,
You're a bit butthurt about that.
No,
Um,
Tripper's game was
And
really good.
I'm going to say his name. Diego Dallo had a man of that
He had a good
performance
game, yeah.
for United as well.
Yes, I
Really
heard
good
he
game.
had a good game as well.
But I'm happy to. Yeah,
I
we'll
think
both agree
we went
Trent.
Trent.
Yeah, 100%
Yeah.
Trent.
Centre backs.
Do you want to do centre backs? Or do you want to do left backs
We'll
first?
do, we'll
'Cause we've
do,
got
do
a
left
bit-
back as well.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I don't know if this is obvious or not. We went with
Centre back.
No, left back.
left back.
Left back.
Left back. Left back. We went with Zinchenko.
So
I
did
feel
we.
like
Fair enough.
I
So did
feel
we,
like
yeah,
it's
no,
kind of a
we went
consensus.
Zinchenko as
we
well,
went
yeah.
Zinchenko.
Do you guys have any other options you considered, or
Not
was it just
really.
Zinchenko?
No, it was mainly
It was,
just
there wasn't
Zinchenko.
many left backs that had a good game this week.
Yeah.
Nothing to stand out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No, there were a couple of ones we considered that were kind of good. So that you're looking at Robinson for Fulham, got the assist for the goal,
Yeah.
and again with Livramento at Newcastle, again got an assist.
Yes.
Both were
yeah.
good, but I think Zinchenko's overall performance
Yeah.
was great. I mean,
No, Zinchenko just.
he
Yeah,
just
he played
controlled
very
the
well.
game.
He did. He played very well.
93% pass accuracy for a
It's
left back is
crazy.
mad.
But the thing is, he was
Yeah.
playing mostly in midfield anyway.
Created 2 chances.
Yeah, he was playing midfield. So
4 long balls, 10 passes into the final third, 5 recoveries.
I think Zinchenko's a
Yeah.
brilliant little player as well.
Yeah, I
He's a,
think
he's a
such
playmaker
a
from the
great
left
player.
back.
People,
It's
people don't
ridiculous.
I think rate him as high as they should sometimes. You know, personally, and, like, I just think he's a brilliant little player.
I completely agree.
I mean,
Yeah.
he was a midfielder who was put in left back, and now he's just thrived.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, that's
Like,
his position now.
We do forget he was a starting left back for Man City when they won the league.
Yeah.
Exactly.
True.
Yeah, agreed.
Right.
He's a great player.
He was
And
also the starting left back when Chelsea won the Champions League against them.
Yeah.
Get in.
so let's move on to the
centre
backs.
backs.
You kick us off this time. Why don't you give us all
so
your?
we think we don't put options. We just
You know,
Yeah,
we'll
we
put
just- we
your
just-
two centre backs in
so
first.
we went with goal scorer and Pau Torres.
Yeah.
I think he had a
Okay.
phenomenal game.
Amazing performance.
Insane
Amazing
performance.
Spaniard right there.
And then and then the player that we had in, if we're not going to put Kaminsky in, is Mengi.
Mengi.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. So
Because I mean, goal and
Goal,
great
yeah.
I
performance.
agree. He had a great
win for
game.
losing as well.
Yeah.
You said.
He was honestly, he's on my short list. We'll put 4 names down as my short list. I really liked him, but we kind of had another name in there instead. You could interchange them. I'm happy to concede, or you guys could concede. It's up to you. So I'll give you my short list first of all. So it's Pau Torres,
Yep.
Mengi.
Yep.
But we also considered Sensi at Bournemouth, who had a great game,
Yeah, he had a good game.
and one we went for was Gabriel at
Michael
Arsenal.
Hayes.
We see we had Lascelles. It was on
Yeah,
the
we had
our conversation
Lascelles as well.
Scored a
Got
goal. Good performance against Chelsea.
And
His
the
stats
4-1 win.
weren't impressing me very much. I'm not gonna lie.
Slabhead stats.
We'll go through it. So Pau Torres gets an automatically
Yeah, I
goal,
think Pau Torres definitely.
84 pass sack, 3 final third entries,
I
5 out of 6 of his ground duels he won, and he won his only aerial duel as well. So I think he automatically just goes straight.
Yeah.
Do you want to give us some more background on Mengi?
Well, I know Mengi made
It was really good.
yeah, it was
really
a goal.
He scored a goal.
10 clearances or
Yeah,
something like
something
this.
crazy.
Played the full 90.
Yeah.
Like,
Ex-Man United.
and to win for Luton.
And he
to win for Luton.
Like Luton won.
he played
That's
so
enough,
well.
I think.
I mean, I'm happy to
fair enough.
concede.
I could
to
put the
Mengi.
whole Luton team in the team of the week.
Yeah.
They've won a game. Like,
But also, like
Brilliant.
you have to bear in mind, like for Luton, Palace isn't an easy game. Like Palace is a hard game.
yeah.
With
Every
the
game is a hard
creativity that they
game.
have
Yeah.
with Elise
Yeah.
and
It's
Eze and
kind of a derby, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah, it's a
A little
Derby.
bit.
Kind
It's
of.
more Watford is their big
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. but Watford.
I mean,
No, but it's
Championship, so.
one of
Like,
It's a
close,
London
like
derby.
close,
It's a London
yeah.
derby. Yeah,
We'll give you kind of Gabriel's stats, but I'm happy to concede.
I don't care.
76 pass
Menzi's
accuracy,
in. Menzi's in.
Men-
4
Mengi's
final
in.
third passes, 3 clearances, 5 recoveries, won 100% of his ground duels, and then 6 aerial duels. So he was
Yeah, he had a
dominating
good
the
game, but we have to have a loot. We have to have a loot.
Had a good
Barrett.
game and no chance.
yeah, literally, yeah.
Get him out.
I'm happy to side with you guys and go with
Yeah,
Mengi. on
Mengi
that.
and
If we're not
Paul.
having Kaminsky in there, I think we
Yeah.
get Mengi.
I agree, yeah.
Mengi and yeah, one Luton player's got to be
Yeah.
there.
All right.
Centre mids then. This is
We're
lots
going
of
through
options
this
here.
3. We have one of our centre mids is technically a right winger, but we've had to put him into like a right side of centre mid spot to fit him in the team as well as
Cool.
someone else.
We've got a left winger who's
Yeah.
actually playing centre mid who's not. We haven't picked him, but he's in our options.
Okay. You guys read your 3 out first.
Well, I've got lots of options.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll read out.
Yeah, okay.
Do you want to do it?
Yeah, sure. So first option will be Declan Rice from Arsenal. I think he had a fantastic game. Obviously,
goal
talked
line
about
clearance,
no, he's
right?
not.
Goal line clearance.
Goal line clearance. His driving runs were
Yeah.
phenomenal.
He played with it. Why we don't have it?
Because it was a better option. because there was a better option we put in over the top of him.
We've also put in Pascal Gross.
Pascal Gross.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, we have.
Fantastic.
He was very good.
He what's the stat? He is the first Brighton player to get in the top 100 assisters in the history of the Premier League.
Is he?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's so good.
He is very good.
Yeah, he
he's one
loves
of
a
these
goal
kind of
against
old-
Man United as well,
old
doesn't he?
players. Yeah.
Has
we
he
don't
ever-
talk about that.
Has he ever been called up for the
No.
German national team?
I don't
Yes,
think
he
so.
has. Yeah, he has.
Has he?
Has he?
He has recently. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Okay.
First.
Yeah.
I think they need it as well.
Do you want to give us your
honest.
last one?
Yeah.
Last one is we put him in midfield, but it's Tavernier from
He had a
Right.
phenomenal
Bournemouth.
game.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, let's go through it then. So Tavernier was the winger who I was speaking to you about in a second
Yeah.
ago.
So he's in your midfield.
So
He's not in my midfield, but he was on our kind of list of
How
options.
is he not in your? team?
So Tavernier's in there.
Calma.
Tavernier's in there. Gross is starting for
Okay.
us. Our other options were both the Brunos were both on our bench for options. Bruno F and Bruno G.
Yeah, they played well.
both had good games,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
exceptional.
Yeah.
The 2 options that we went for were Douglas Luiz at Aston Villa.
Douglas
He
Luiz
was.
had
He was. I thought about it.
amazing
Yeah, I thought
performance.
about it.
versus
Amazing
Tottenham.
performance. And the other
Amazing.
option was Thomas Souček.
I'd happily concede.
You need to concede both.
I can't concede
No,
Tavernier. I can't concede
We have-
Tavernier.
I can't concede
Absolutely not
Tavernier. I can't concede Tavernier.
Tavernier
I
you
concede Rice for Douglas Luiz.
Yeah, I think that's the option. I think we
Yeah.
go Tavernier, Douglas Luiz, and Gross.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's
I think.
Souček.
We'll go through the stats just so you can have them here. So Douglas Luiz got the assist. He had 48 of 51 passes, 2 chances created, 5 up, 6 long balls, 2 tackles, 7 recoveries, and 6 ground duels. 1.
He needs to be the team.
Bro, it's like
100% he had a great performance.
Sometimes
And
when
What
he said
happened, to,
this-
what happened to last week when your stats didn't matter?
No, but he
Yeah.
but
You need to look at the football, bro. Come on, you need to look at the football.
oh,
Give me the Suchek one.
and just Gross deserves another kind of stat through as well. So 2 assists, 86% pass accuracy,
Yeah.
6 chances,
He was
6
phenomenal,
chances created, 1 dribble, 9 pass into the final third, 4 crosses, 2 long balls, 5 recoveries, and 3 ground duels, 1. So all over the pitch. So I'm happy to concede Tavernier. I did look at Tavernier. I think he was
He was
exceptional.
phenomenal. Scored 2 good goals.
Suchek with the winner though late for West Ham, so we kind of thought he'd get in
I
there.
see
But
that.
we
I
can
can
concede him.
see the Suchek shout, but I think you gotta
Yeah.
have Tavernier over Suchek.
Let's move on then.
So we're putting Douglas Luiz in.
Yeah, Douglas
Yeah,
Luiz,
yes.
Tavernier, and Gross. I think that's a good balance there. I'm happy with
I
that.
think so.
I think that's a good team.
So let's move on. I want to move us on specifically to left wing next because this is the only category where I didn't really use stats.
We've got a left wing playing right wing, technically.
Do we?
Yeah.
Do we?
Yes, but no.
Okay.
Yes,
Which,
but no.
this one.
Yeah, that one.
Okay. Well, we'll
Well,
go.
you can- on FIFA
we'll
he
go
plays
first
left
then.
wing. Yeah.
Something like that.
Oh
On
God,
FIFA he plays
jeez.
left wing.
Yeah.
So
that'd be
we'll
fine.
just kind of clarify it now. Our left winger is Garnacho
Yep.
for the wonder goal. I think as much as there is a certain option that I think played better over the weekend.
It's just that goal.
I don't like saying that, by the way. I think that the goal gets in place just because of how great it
Yeah,
was.
but we want to highlight Doku's performance too.
Yeah, okay, we're going to
Yeah,
give
I
him
So
the
saw-
same.
See,
Doku
this is what I
was-
want to talk about as well. All these Liverpool fans saying Trent like pocketed Doku.
No, he
No.
didn't.
He didn't.
He
Like, he
didn't.
just straight up didn't. There's a
Yeah.
complete difference to the performance
I
from
think he
Reece
got-
James versus
yeah.
Doku.
He got beaten
Trent and
6
Doku.
times. I think it
like
was.
he
It's like a
got
record.
dribbled past quite a
Doku
few
was
times.
like running around him like
He always needed like Trent always needed like a second man to
Yeah.
cover Doku
Yeah,
every time
exactly.
he wanted to be like.
We'll talk about him a bit later, but Mo Salah, his defensive work today in that game was actually really impressive.
Yes, for Doku, like for Trent to go on Doku, you need like 2 or 3 players
Yeah.
to go.
Whereas
Yeah,
with Reece
yeah.
James, it was actually a 1v1.
Yeah. No, but Reece James is
Yeah.
class.
Apart from.
yeah,
red
apart
card.
from
But yeah, I think Garnacho gets in just because
Is he your left
Purely
winger?
from
he's
the
our left
goal.
winger.
He's your pure left winger.
He's
playing
our
left
pure
wing.
left
Right,
winger,
okay, cool.
and I just want to like look in the camera. You Liverpool fans are delusional if you think that Trent pocketed Doku.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
no.
I just had to.
No
I-
chance.
Had to
This has
make
been
that
bubbling
up,
up in, like all weekend.
Just I think Liverpool fans.
Bro,
Yeah.
here's the
Liverpool
thing.
fans
When
love.
has Trent ever pocketed anyone? That's my point. Like, there's not been a
Bro.
point where he's pocketed anyone.
Bro,
Yeah.
get on Wan-Bissaka's level, bro. He can pocket anyone,
Yeah.
bro.
No, I can
Yeah,
imagine one.
he's
Like,
good, but
I
he
can
actually does
imagine him.
pocket
Like, he
people.
actually does
Exactly.
pocket people.
Yeah.
Just before we move on, I'm just going to highlight one more player. Scored 2 goals, Willian. Whether they should have counted
Yeah.
or
Yes,
not.
he was-
that's
he was
it.
a
I
shout.
was
He was a shout.
gonna mention him as well. Like,
Yeah.
I think Willian. was
How
brilliant.
old is he now as well?
It's
Like,
like
35. 35.
Oh, he's 35. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
was
yeah,
watching
he was
Jamie
another
Carragher
option.
talking about him.
Although I think when I said it to you was that I don't think I could put him in just because of the controversy in the Wolves game.
Yeah, and also I think
Yeah.
I think even if it wasn't controversial, I think Doku still gets in ahead of him.
Yeah, I still put.
I would pick
Looking at
Garnacho,
the
but
football, I would put
Is
him
that
over.
Doku's
Yeah.
performance
He's
was better,
amazing.
even if he didn't get the assist.
Yeah, even if he
First.
didn't get a goal or nothing.
All right, so the left winger that we've moved to right wing was, as much as it pains us to say, actually Anthony Gordon.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I did have a look at him. He was
Assist
a
and
good
a goal.
Yeah.
His assist for Lascelles' goal was really good.
We didn't.
Yeah, it was a
mention
We
great
didn't even
cross.
mention him. I'm not gonna lie. He did a great game. I did see it, but I
He had
thought
a
they were
really,
better
he had a
options.
He had a
really
good
good
goal there.
game.
We'll give you our
Good
And this is
game.
coming from two Chelsea
Yeah,
fans.
we've
Like,
just been
bear in mind how much
bummed
this
4-1,
hurts.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So
he needs to be.
So I looked at purely right wingers. So we looked at Morgan Gibbs-White played right wing this weekend.
Yeah,
Had a good
played
Ah,
performance.
yes, he did have a good game for us.
Mohamed Kudus also had a great game.
He
Mm.
played more central.
He did play more centrally, but the option we actually went for in the end was Michael Olise for Palace.
Even though they lost, you see that game is
Yeah.
Ollie's all
Yeah,
time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the goal.
And the
he scored
goal
as
is
well.
ridiculous. Like,
it is.
no, he
mad.
played really good.
Yeah,
So
He lost-
wonderful.
he lost the
So
game,
you're
but
happy
he-
to put in a player that obviously didn't win.
Yeah.
yeah. I think so. I think his wonder goal was great, and I also think his stats were great as well. So just to go through it.
Wait, so who's the left winger we've agreed on? Have we agreed on
Garnacho.
Garnacho?
Yeah,
Because I'm happy to
He's
say
like yes.
no.
Definitely.
I'm,
No,
because
we've
if we're
got
gonna
3 points on Garnacho.
if we were gonna consider Gordon on right wing, I'm happy to put Doku on right wing, bro. Because I think between the three, I think Doku's performance,
Doku can play
looking
both.
at the football, was better.
Well,
than the
let's
three.
give Elise his time first of all, because I'll go through the stats
Yeah,
because he
go
does
on.
deserve it.
No, is that
Because he got that wonder goal, which was
The goal was
beautiful.
insane.
no,
no.
it's not the goal. You see that game and you feel
Is everything's
versus
coming
Luton.
through him? Yeah, is everything
Everything
coming
goes
from
through him.
Elise?
Yeah, good. He created 3 chances, 1 dribble, has 11 passes into the final third, so he really got the ball up the pitch for them. 5 complete crosses, which in the Premier League is mad. 1 long ball, won 4 of his 5 tackles and 6 recoveries. So not only was he doing all the attacking work, he was doing all the defensive work for Crystal Palace as well. Literally the only player.
Just unlucky they lost in it.
Yeah. I just felt like it felt a bit wrong not to put Gordon in. Like in a 4-1 performance where he was one of their best players.
How many goal involvements did he get?
Assist and a goal.
So he got 2. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm happy to concede. At least he had a great performance, but I'm happy to concede to him. Or do you want to talk about
Shall we
Doku?
Rock, paper, scissors.
just vote
No,
vote
yeah,
quickly
no.
on like who your number 1 is on that right wing,
Yeah.
and then we'll narrow it down from there.
Okay.
I will still say between those 3, I'd low key like Doku. Like if I talk about purely football,
Yeah.
I'd probably go
Doku.
Gordon.
How about Ollie's?
Ollie's,
Gordon, Olise,
Doku,
Gordon,
and
or Doku.
Oh, Lisa, all the way.
this makes
So I've got to
Because-
make a decision,
no,
do I?
yeah, it's you. It's up to you.
I mean, I did pick Elise. Don't look at me like that.
Let's agree.
I think Gordon had a great performance. I don't think he was standout. I think the whole team had a great game for Newcastle.
I think their second half.
Doku was dominant. His stats were great.
But not just the stats, bro. Just
No, he's
visually
got-
as well
he's
was
got a good
insane.
stats.
Even
Yeah, I
visually
think-
was insane.
I think I was kind of like Doku had a great game. The only reason he didn't go in is because Garnacho's goal was just so good. So I think I'm gonna vote for Doku just because his performance was great.
That's why I thought about it. I was like, between
Yeah.
the right side.
I'm happy to be the one voting for once. That's,
That camera cut was
Up
perfect.
top.
Ollie said you deserve this, mate.
Yeah.
well, we'll move on to the strikers then, because I don't know about you guys.
Striker.
Sorry, the striking
yeah.
options. Because
Who are your options?
we found people, but there wasn't anyone who stood out as like a
Yeah.
major one.
See.
So
Yeah, we have
one man who got
Yeah,
on the
but
list
it's-
who didn't have a, well, he always has a good
I
game.
feel like it's gonna be the
Erling
same.
Haaland got on our
Oh, no.
shortlist
Yeah.
because he scored
I
a
saw
goal.
him on quite a few
Yeah.
team of the weeks, but
Evan Ferguson also scored a goal and got on
Yeah.
our shortlist.
but there's a better brand.
The man we went for, we're happy to concede him because it was the best of a bad bunch in my opinion. But it was Hwang from Wolves.
Hwang Hee-chan.
Mm-hmm.
There are stats to back this up, but I want to hear what you think first.
We went for
We went at the end. We went for João Pedro.
He scored 2.
Very
nice.
I didn't
Look
think
at that.
about it.
Eyes right now. They're like, oh, actually.
However,
Talk to us
yeah,
about João Pedro, 'cause I didn't see him.
we
We did
did
talk
also
about-
mention. What was it we mentioned?
we talked about Ollie Watkins.
Yeah, Ollie Watkins is just like
Yeah.
winning the game against
Yeah.
Tottenham. Like
What we did, bro?
I don't know.
What were we doing?
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of wrote up a shortlist and sent it to Carlos and went, "What do you think?" And I looked at starting 11s and looked at the bench, so I didn't see João Pedro come on and scored 2.
He scored 2.
Yeah.
He played well as well.
I'm happy to concede João Pedro.
that was easy. I mean, he scored 2 goals. I don't think it
Yeah.
takes as a
Nothing we
striker.
can do
your
I was
about
gonna
it,
job
try and
is-
say try and put Elise in up front, out of position, but no, João Pedro. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
All right, let's announce the teams because we got some more fun
Yes.
stuff to come up. We got Onana in goal. We've got Trent at right back with Zinchenko on the left. Mengi and Pau Torres in the centre. Douglas Luiz centering with Gross and Tavernier either sides. Doku and Garnacho either side of João Pedro. Let us know what you guys think.
Yes.
Disagreements, agreements.
Get it
We
all down in the
want
comments.
to hear it.
100%.
But what we want to do first is for Carlos
To
to
stand
go
up.
stand over there
This is gonna be good.
and film a TikTok for us.
Yes.
I need to have a look at it.
Yeah, have a quick
Yes. So
look. You guys chat away in the
Okay.
yeah,
microphones.
no worries. So what we'll try and do is we'll try and before we get it, Carlos starting, we'll try and get the video put up on the screen for you in some way so you
Yeah.
can see kind of what
What
he's
you're
gonna have to
expecting to
do.
see? Yeah, you're expecting
um,
him to.
and we've also got another one. What are you doing? Professionalism, bro. Professionalism. We're going to try and get another. We've filmed one already outside for you to see as well,
Yeah.
which will be on TikTok. Hopefully, either by the time this comes out or a couple of days after.
It should be. I think out by the time this comes out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
it'll be out
Day
the
before this
morning
is out,
before or the evening before the podcast comes
Cool.
out.
So you can check that
So
out on
you'll
our
see,
TikTok, which
you'll
you
see
can
his
get from our
second
links below.
video there.
It will already be out by the time this comes out.
Yeah. So this is your punishment. And you've to be fair, from what he's done one already, he's taken it with grace and he's committed, which is great to
he's
see.
He's put the hours into the practice here. I can see
Yeah.
he's a young man who's got a heart for dance. Like
Just give up this whole football business. Just go be a dancer.
he's got talent. That's all I'll say.
100%. Right,
Let's do it. I'm trying to
well,
get the
guys, go
teams
stand
up.
up there. Josh.
Vámonos.
Okay, so we are now set up and ready to go.
Right.
Carlos is up here, ready to do our dance for us. So let's take it away, Carlos.
3, 2, 1.
No, what? Hey,
well done.
How was it?
Big round of applause for Carlos for being a good sport.
That's good. That's good.
Oh God,
I told you. I've got an eye for talent when I see it.
You really
He's got
do.
it right there.
bro, Strictly's calling for you, bro.
What?
Do you not know what Strictly
Yeah,
is?
Strictly Come Dancing.
What's
It's a
that?
dancing program in the UK. It's big for big
Yeah.
like 40-year-old mums,
I'll have a look at it.
like my mother.
Well, that's the punishment out the way for this week.
Yeah.
Let's get into
Well done, Carlos,
sorting
for
out the punishments. Yeah, little
Thank you.
crowd.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Yep, I would never be that gracious.
They're all clapping behind. They're all clapping behind the cameras.
Well, Prowsey loves that.
All right.
Thank you, Prousey.
Prowsey wants him to do it at home later.
Ooh.
Anyway, let's move on.
Look at him, he's loving it.
Oh dear. All right. So, Carlos, give us our 3 Spanish questions.
So, remember the 3 Spanish questions of the week. Is hey.
Yeah. Woo.
I mean, I don't know what you guys are doing. You haven't won one yet.
Shut up.
All I'm saying is we should have an all-time leaderboard. Like how many
We
points?
will,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
this is
accumulate
shat.
one.
We'll get it should be one up on the screen now.
Yep.
We have 3 questions from the Spanish Football League for you to know something more about the La Liga, and we have the punishment. How does it work? Tom?
Yeah. So basically, obviously,
I struggle.
if you win,
Struggle with English sometimes.
So do I.
if you win the 3 questions, you're automatically out of the punishment for guessing the. No. If you lose the 3 questions, you're in. You get the punishment for next week, basically.
Yeah.
But if you were to guess the Spanish phrase and you have the punishment on you, you can then pick someone else.
Mm.
Yeah. If the person who guesses the Spanish question first is not the person who got the punishment, the person who lost the 3 questions is still the person who gets the punishment. You just get to pick what it is.
Yes.
Yes.
Just to clarify there. So if I don't come last, you cannot pick
Yeah.
me.
So like, you're like void from being punished.
So
if
I
you-
shouldn't have been punished in the first one. It's just what I'm going to say to that because I was joint top.
Hey, we were learning. We were learning about
We
stuff.
were- yeah.
we were
I'm just going to
figuring
clarify that now
We
because I
were
really
figuring
do not want to
things
have to do
out.
another punishment because that was horrible. My uncle has disowned
Yeah.
me, by the way, just to give you an update on that. I no longer have an uncle.
out. Well, Christmas dinner is gonna be weird.
It is. It always is anyway. But
It's all. It'll get all.
he's going to kill me.
You got a lot more of the weird stuff to
Yeah,
look forward to
so
for the Christmas
I-
special.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I
100%.
made some questions just not that easy because if not Henry.
We made them hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna give options this time. So normally I gave 3 options. This is like a double question. Okay. So it's was the player with more red cards in the history of La Liga?
Hoy.
Who's the options?
No options.
No options.
No options.
Oh.
No options.
I'm sweating,
If there's
boys.
no options, it's because it's easy.
Oh,
There's
you've
no
just given
options.
us the answer then, haven't you? Well done.
What?
It's obvious who it is then. If
Do you think?
Go first then, Henry.
Go first, Henry.
Actually, no,
do it
go
at
right
the
down.
Oh,
go
yeah,
right down.
yeah.
And because it's a double question, because the first part is very easy. How much red cards this player has?
how close is it? Is it whoever's closest we're gonna do?
Yeah, it's between. I'll tell you.
Wow.
The only thing that I'm telling you is that the second player with most red cards has 16 red cards.
Yeah. Okay. I've got an answer.
Okay, that's the first one. The second one is that, as we said before, Jesus Navas got a red card
Mm.
in the game. How much red cards he has had in his whole career?
Oh.
I don't.
That's
Oh.
the second question.
That's the second
So
question.
it's like a bonus point for the first question.
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. So
Oh,
there's
is it
four
like a-
4 points on display.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay.
And the third one is which player is the one. Let me see how I explain this. So, which is the player that has won most points to his team in the history of La Liga? So let's say like a player scores, and because of that goal, he wins the game.
Okay.
What's the player that have done it more times?
Oh, okay.
I think I know who it is.
Sorry, the Navas question, is his whole career or
Yeah,
only
whole
La
career,
Liga?
whole career,
Whole career.
whole career.
Okay.
And the second question is the red card is like in all competitions.
Yeah.
It's not only La Liga.
Oh, okay. This is same for the number 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
I might change my answer then. I might regret changing my answer here. Jeez.
I
You've
mean,
made
there's
the
no,
question
there's no
different.
multiple choice for the third one either.
Sorry?
There's no multiple choice for the third.
No.
You've upped it. The thing is, I
what's
got
the,
3 out of 3 last week and you've upped it.
Yeah.
Damn.
What is the last question?
Vale, the last question. What's the player that...
Won the
The one most points for the team.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're difficult because I don't want Henry to win again.
And this is in La Liga.
As long as I don't lose, that's what I want to know.
The third one is in La Liga.
The other
second,
two is all.
and the other two is like all time.
Wait, so it's just not specific to La Liga, the third one?
The third one, yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Third one
two-
is, but the rest of them aren't. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got them.
I think
We've got it. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't
I
worry.
think so. I think
It's
so.
all good.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Vale. So first question. First part of the first question. What's the player with more red cards in
Henry, you said you have it?
I think Sergio Ramos. It must be surely if it's obvious.
Vale,
And
Sergio Ramos?
Sergio Ramos.
I put Ramos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And how many red cards?
So let's
Yeah, and
all
how
put
many
our
red
guesses
cards?
first. So I
He
went
has.
with how many did I go? Well, hang on, let me read that properly so I don't forget it because I changed it. I went with 25.
Oh, no fucking way I went 25.
I went 18.
18. You said
25.
25.
Both said 25.
So Sergio Ramos has 29 red cards.
Oh, so we get the points.
We get the points because we're
He's
closest. Yeah, so me and you both get
so
points.
we're one ahead.
Yeah, so yeah, you
Dan,
got
how you
one.
feel?
We both got
I'm
2
okay.
each.
Calma.
See, I don't have to be first. I just have to not be last. So
Second question. How much red cards has Jesus Navas in his whole career?
I went with 1.
1?
Or 6.
6?
I went with 10.
10?
Oh, this is a nice
But
one.
he's a chill man.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna say I don't think he's like. I think
I
can
changed
see-
it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you now. I've locked in 10. I changed it from 5.
10, 5. So, Tom has it.
Was it 1?
1 red card. I was
Wow.
last
Really? It's
weekend.
his first red card.
Yeah, first red card in whole
Damn,
career.
that's insane.
That's mental. I would never have guessed that.
Yeah. Crazy,
So
innit?
you're top with 3 points. I've got 2. You got 1.
So I'm
Yes.
pretty much.
So as long as I
void
get this
from-
next one, and he doesn't,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why. That's why.
if you don't get
it
the
was
next
so
one,
annoying.
you're doing the punishment.
Unless he
Unless
gets
I
the
get
Spanish phrase.
So who's
Oh damn, you're good at that.
Secret power.
who's the
bro.
one that's getting the punishment for now?
Currently,
me.
currently Dan.
Vale.
Unless he gets the next one right.
And
And I don't.
yeah, the player that has 1 more points.
So you two, I want like a 3, 2, 1 countdown.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Vale.
Roll.
Raúl.
But
Yeah.
I was. Oh, no, I was gonna say someone else.
It means
I'll
I'm safe.
give. Yeah, I'll give a second chance because he's not that.
It's not Roll.
I'll give a second
Well,
chance.
none of us got it.
Okay.
No, I'll give a
Uh,
second chance. Yeah.
Oh, I don't
Someone
like.
who's
I don't want to
obviously
say
played
the
a
other
lot,
one
right?
because it could. Wait, does an assist count as like winning? No, it's
No,
No, it's a goal.
It's
It's goals.
goals.
Be, like,
Could you
winning.
give them the club? Just
give me the
give
club.
us the club.
No, if I give the club, it's very easy.
Lionel Messi.
Must be surely like.
If I give the club, it's easy. But that's a hint in
Right.
itself.
Have you locked in Messi?
No.
No.
Because I'm thinking it might not be.
I'll let them two
Barcelona.
guess and I'll do my last one.
Hmm?
I'll let them put lock in one and then I'll put mine last.
That doesn't seem fair. We should all do it at the same time.
Because I'm not getting the punishment either way.
Oh yeah, you're safe. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
he's
forgot.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is a.
Unless you both get it
No,
right.
yeah,
But it's still a chance,
Imagine.
isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
there's a chance.
All right. Right.
Okay.
Give us a countdown when you're ready. Okay.
Give me the countdown.
You
He's
just
gonna
need to
make it
spam
say-
names until like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 3.
Wait, are we just gonna say a name now?
Yeah.
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 We haven't got
3.
a name yet.
2. 1.
David Villa.
Orientes.
What?
R9.
I said David Villa.
Who do you say?
Oh,
Oh,
no.
R9, as in Morientes.
I said
Vale.
David Villa.
And it's not that.
Oh.
It's Antoine Griezmann.
Oh!
No,
I
Atletico
was
Madrid
thinking
went through
about
my head. I
Atletico,
thought
bro.
about him.
Oh my god.
I had it clear, bro.
I was gonna say-
can't tell you the club because if I
Yeah.
tell you the club, you have.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
Falcao, but then I was like, he's not there long enough that I don't think.
No, he didn't.
Or even
no.
Fernando Torres, I thought he's Atletico for a bit, but not really like.
Boys. You've no idea how much I considered saying Griezmann. I was going to say to him, like, oh, it's Barca player, innit? And he was going to look at me like, yeah, no, it's not a Barca player. And I was going to go for Griezmann. Like, oh, boys.
But he didn't. So
So,
But I'm still second, so I'm still
So
second.
at the
you're
moment,
still currently safe
so
unless Dan
currently
gets it
I'm doing
right.
the next
I
week's
swear to God, if you
punishment.
don't get it, I will not be happy. Get the question right.
All right. Now give Henry his Spanish phrase to say.
Do you want to give me a phone?
Oh yeah, he's gonna be buggered if I.
I
get it
can't.
right.
This is we're gonna have to reformat this, I think, because the problem is, right, I can't speak English, let alone Spanish. So this question is biased against me.
Well, he got picked last week.
He's Spanish.
Yeah, but he got picked for it.
Oh yes, because of course he knows it.
So as we always do, like the last part of the question is Henry saying a Spanish sentence, and the one who gets it gets points.
Gets to pick if they are the person that has the punishment.
Or gets to pick what the punishment is if it's you
Okay, so
or you. Can he get it? Can we make him get it?
He got it last week.
No, as in like make him
Guess the phrase.
Guess the phrase.
Bro,
you the
I
phrase.
know
That's
you
not
the phrase.
Bro, I just don't want it. I just don't want it to be me.
Go on, read it out. Read out.
Oh, good God. I've got no idea what any of these words mean. Tengo una jata e frío.
I am
wanna
cold.
Play what's cold.
I can't play when it's cold. Frio's cold. I have Shuato. Is it I a jumper?
No, say it again, say it again,
I
say
wear
it
a
again.
jumper when it's cold.
Say it again.
Tengo una jata e frío.
Oh, I wear a jacket when it's cold.
No.
Oh.
Or
No. It's a say with a.
I wear a.
Bro, what is going
I
on
have-
here, man?
I'm backing my boy.
I'm gonna call VAR on this soon.
Again.
You can
Say it
guess as
again.
well. Or is it in
Oh,
front of you?
Yes. Say it again, Henry.
I am currently cold or something. Or
You need say again
Oh.
the sentence.
Tengo una jata
I
e
have
frío.
a.
So the J in Spanish you don't say like that.
Jata.
You say, yeah.
Oh, I wear a hat when it's cold.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm.
Are we close?
No. It's
Oh.
not something. It's
Oh.
not that you have something. It's something related with cold.
I shiver when it's cold.
Shiver. What does that mean? No.
Oh.
It's something like that. Something. It goes like that, but it's not.
I can see
It's more simple.
I
see my-
shake when I'm cold.
Sorry.
I shake when I'm cold.
No. It's more simple. More simple.
Get a guess in now, quickly.
my PP
Henry, you
goes.
can't get through that. Like.
Yeah.
It's
I-
very
So
very
Tengos-
simple.
Tengos I
Super
have.
simple. Is it
Tengos
difficult?
I have.
Yeah.
I sleep when I'm cold.
No, bro.
I-
Simple. I said simple.
I
Like simple.
have. It's Tango.
I am
Yes.
cold.
A.
It goes like that. Something like that.
I am very cold.
No.
No. I'm so gassed. I can barely speak English. This is a new thing for me. Oh, come on.
Henry got
Viva la España. I love it.
Henry's officially
Get in the
Spanish
ring,
now.
bro.
Henry just got
Get
the
in the bin.
Spanish sentence of the week.
That's
What's
actually
going on?
unreal.
Bro, that's so mad. I would like
I
to.
am very cold.
I'd like to thank.
Tengo una harta. It means I have a lot.
Tango.
In base,
Oh,
like we
Yeah.
we only say this is in Andalucía. So
Fair
tengo una harta de frío is mean I am
I'm very cold.
I mean it will mean
Yes.
like I have a lot of cold, but
Yeah.
it means like I'm very cold.
Cool. I'd like to thank my parents. I'd like to thank Carlos for coming up with the phrase. I'm very proud of this achievement. Thank you very much.
Well done.
And on that awkward note, thank you very much, guys, for watching the video. If you were
No,
watching,
so who's getting the punishment?
Oh, it's Dan.
It's Dan.
because
I
he
get
keep
to
lost.
pick what it is as well.
Yeah, so Dan's got the
Oh,
punishment.
I'm gonna think, bro.
Make sure to tune in next week for the punishment. Check out Carlos's dances on TikTok. Obviously, check out our entire TikTok where you can see clips and much, much more. Check us out on all the socials, generally at the Blue Podcast One on Instagram and TikTok, Twitter,
Reels.
and
Instagram,
obviously
get reels. And
Instagram
also, don't
Reels.
forget to check out our merch store. We've got
Yes,
a new T-shirt out.
we have multiple
And
and a few other bits and pieces that you can enjoy as
yeah,
well.
for the purple shirt. So
Specifically.
Some good things coming out, guys.
very good.
We've got
All
more
right.
to come as well.
And we'll find out what I have to do next week. So
Yes.
Thank
look
you very much,
forward to
guys.
that.
Look forward to that one.
Thank you for watching.
Cheers,
Cheers.
everyone.
Ciao.
Bye.